Then why did you ask me for my GPay number? Why did you ask me for my GPay number?
I feel आजकल बहुत negativity हो गया. People are talking very negatively about the industry. अरे you're from the films, negative thought आ जाता है. इसमें तो ये होता होगा, ये तो कितना. People who don't even know about it.
If you have a super hit overnight, people will throw money at you.
Yeah.
If you have a big name or a big family name attached to you, people will throw that kind of money to you.
Yeah.
So it never really depends on your talent.
But what people don't tell you is that make yourself financially capable. क्योंकि आपके जो struggles हैं यहाँ पर, जब तक आप establish हो जाए, हर कोई शाहरुख खान नहीं बनता.
Yes, exactly.
Kick.
Oh my God! How do I kick? Got it. See, this is what.
The privilege treatment, the privilege casting. Another word for it which has become very trendy nowadays is nepotism.
Nepotism.
Right? It's there. Do
Yeah,
I
but
like
don't
it?
see, you know, yeah, do we like it or not?
No.
And it's there, it's there.
You know, we live in a time where attention has become such a small and such a irrelevant thing. Like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Uske baad, you scroll on to the next content if you don't catch the attention of the audience.
Right.
You guys have been relevant for more than maybe 2 decades. Let's start with you, Suchi. 3 decades. There you go. I mean,
How
I'm not even
relevant
counting
with 3?
Dil Jata Hai,
Yeah.
Page 3, Fashion, tons of other stuff. Just the other day, I saw you in Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, which is on
That's
Netflix.
right.
You were so good. So
was
good.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Anyone wants therapy, come to me.
I absolutely need therapy and I'm going to go for it. But seriously, I mean, let's start with you. What is that secret? Or how do you keep yourself relevant over 3 decades? That's 30 years. How does that happen?
What they say, keep up with the Joneses. You know, you have to do things that other people or the younger generation is doing. If, let's say, podcasts, if that came into the picture, I ended up doing a podcast of my own.
Yeah. I wasn't invited.
Yeah.
You're here on the very first few episodes.
Your podcast is running, mine isn't. See,
Yeah.
that says something about
Yeah, mine is just starting. Let's see if it runs or not.
Nevertheless, so you know, keeping in mind that you've got to be up to date with whatever else is going on as far as our career is concerned.
Without
and in
being
our industry.
pretentious.
Without being pretentious. Do it because you love doing it, and I love every aspect of my job, whether it is being a dubbing artist, you know, an actor on
An
stage,
anchor.
theatre, television,
Yeah.
an anchor,
Yeah.
singer, you know,
Singer,
writing lyrics.
yeah, you know that, Rushad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know that,
I
right?
keep seeing her
You'll
posts and
hear
stuff
you'll
like
hear
that.
more of me this
Very
year.
soon.
I did a devotional track in October, which don't look strangely at me, both you boys. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
my
nevertheless,
perception of Suchi will always remain Alaknanda man.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. For John, it'll always be Alaknanda man.
That's
and,
true.
And not only me, I'm sure for Rushad also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Hip Hip Hurray has been
Yeah.
such an amazing part of our. So yeah, I won't say to copy the trend, but to be with it, to be aware. Is
To
what
be
you're trying
aware
to
and, you know, be up to date with whatever else is going on, because you don't want to be left behind.
Yeah.
There's always new competition. There's always younger people coming into the picture. You have to be wary of that and also not try and fight it. I am my age and I will play my age. I'm 53 years old and I'm proud of it. And, you know,
You don't look it. You don't look it at all.
Thank you.
From
You
no angle.
really do.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you. But
Suchi, you look a lot like what you looked like to me when I met you for the first time, which was at Wilson College. It was the night shoot for Hip Hip Hurray.
wow.
And I remember it so clearly because वो scene था where I think me and as always
Shahrukh.
Cyrus, Shahrukh, हम बात कर रहे थे corridor में, and Suchi madam comes across with her whole dupatta flying. And I think Nupur, for the first time, Nupur is our director of Hip Hip Hurray, made it a very filmy, slow motion thing.
Yeah.
And it was one of those kind of moments. So I
Where the
remember you there.
pallu just goes across his face, one of those things.
That was
yeah.
Wilson ke Elphinstone College.
हाँ, Elphinstone.
Elphinstone. I
College.
remember you guys shooting
Yeah.
it. I was
Yeah.
there. I
Yeah.
saw that
Yeah.
shot.
Whether we were required or not,
We would always be
Always
there.
there.
But times have changed so much, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we got Vanity vans. And not only us, even the new breed of
Yeah,
kids
yeah, yeah.
who have come.
No, and you know what's different about this generation right now is the fact that what we had there is very few and far between sets, huh?
Yeah.
That happens now, because all of us would just remain there, right? On set,
Yeah.
sitting and, gapping
correct.
and, gappa goshti
Correct.
and just sitting there and, talking and chatting even when between scenes, etc. Whereas right now, that's changed a bit. Everyone goes back to their vans. Everyone, there's not many sets that you have
Yeah.
that kind of camaraderie on. And I
Before we
think we're all-
continue, I have to apologize. I love airplanes. You all know that.
Of
I'm
course.
actually a training pilot.
Yes.
But there are going to be many planes because we are right here by the sea. And this is the path of the plane. So every 1 minute. So whenever it comes, we'll talk louder.
Okay.
Okay? We'll talk louder. But yeah, I get it. So that's one of the ways of remaining relevant. Rushu, even you, yaar. I mean, 25 साल तो कम से 25 साल तो हिबे पूरे के हो गए.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
by the way, 25 साल हमारी silver jubilee.
Yes.
Arey, congratulations.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
From the representatives of the Hip Hip Hurray crew. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers to
Thank you, guys.
Thank you really. But 25 साल तो हो गए ना? तुझे कितने साल हो गए?
मुझे 25 साल ही हुए because हिप्पी पूरे मेरा पहला शो
Your
था.
पहला show.
Yeah.
Correct.
Before that, I just did about a year of, sending out my pictures and going for random auditions and
Yeah.
doing some photo shoots here and there that I got.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of group shoots. So
Yeah.
I've said this umpteen number of times. I used to do group modeling.
Ah.
And that's when I realized that I want to be in front of the camera. That's what I...
Yeah.
Not
that's why
not
I got-
amongst the people who are
Yeah,
behind
that's
the
why
actors.
I've
As a
not
crowd.
got my portfolio made to, be in the crowd. But I was doing that because I had that thing on my head that I'd taken money from my dad for a portfolio and I had to return it back to him.
Wow.
So I did a lot of group shoots, but then as destiny would have it,
yeah.
Mona Irani, who was
Yeah.
a leading casting director.
Casting director उस time, हाँ.
Post time, she just called me up one day and she's like, Rushad, listen, there's a TV show being made and it's only going to be a bunch of young guys. It's on school. I said, no, nothing doing. My parents will never allow me to do a TV show. I'm studying right now. And my mom, being a teacher, was always very particular about my studies. And you guys know that.
Before you continue, there's one more point of commonality जो मैंने अभी सुना है. You know what the commonality is? All
No
three
teacher.
of us,
Yeah.
our moms are
Yes.
teachers. My mom
was English
maths
teacher.
professor,
Yeah.
English professor, and your mother was a...
My mom was like, she ran a creche at our place.
दिखा कान दिखा. अब मेरे कान बहुत लंबे हैं क्योंकि बहुत खींचा है. मैथ्स सिखा कर तब भी नहीं गया अंदर. So one of my years so I said यार अब मैं एक्टर बन गया हूँ. अब ये भी खींच ले. एक कॉलेज है बॉम्बे में लिंकिंग रोड में जिसका नाम है आरडी नेशनल कॉलेज. All the gundas, sorry, but at that time a bunch of them came from around that vicinity.
Yeah.
And हम दोनों भी वहीं पे थे. Unfortunately, we were not in the same batch, but
Yeah.
but that's a coincidence. So go on.
That's a coincidence.
So
Yeah,
your dad
so-
gives you money to do a portfolio.
To do a portfolio.
You have that burden on your head.
Correct.
You go ahead and you do this, and then you say that.
So
"Nahi,
I
yaar, wanna
remember
be in
this
front of
very
the camera."
clear instance where I started getting called for group shoots. I had no clue about how the industry works, what would happen,
yeah, what to
nothing. I just did my portfolio. I got a bunch of numbers of casting directors from this guy who made my portfolio. God bless his soul, he's not alive anymore. But I called up all those casting directors at that point in time, sent in my photographs. And immediately started getting calls. उसमें से एक casting director थी who would only send me for group shoots. And one day out of frustration, I came back home and I called her and I said,
Why?
ma'am, I don't want to do group shoots. It's not motivating enough. And she told, what did she turn around and tell me? Motivation गया तेल लगाने, तू पैसे कमा. And that's when I made up my mind that no, this is not going to be my mindset now or ever.
Yeah.
But
And
that's a great thought
Yeah.
for everybody who's thinking of becoming an actor or coming into the entertainment
Yeah.
industry. Look, I believe money is very important.
it's very important.
ये
Yes.
pseudo capitalism होता है ना, नहीं यार मैं पैसों के लिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ, भाड़ में जाओ तेल लेने गया वो.
हाँ, हाँ.
But money is very, very. We'll come to that.
Yeah.
But creativity has to be the main driving force.
Most
yaar.
definitely. Most
Exactly.
definitely. You know, when
Otherwise,
it comes
you'll
to,
not be.
Exactly.
this money is important. Yes. I've made some bad decisions as far as bad decisions, as in I've made good decisions with all the work that I've done. But bad decisions as far as money is concerned, where
कि
one
free
could
में
have
कर
pushed.
दिया, कम में कर दिया.
Yeah, कम में कर दिया. And
I'm
so
one of
that-
those guys.
I mean,
By the way,
anybody
ये दोनों
coming
मेरे
into
लिए free में काम करते रहते हैं. So if she's giving me a subtle hint,
You've got to know.
मैं निकल रहा हूँ यहाँ से.
You're feeding me food. That's more than
खड़ा
enough.
रहो.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
pay in food and love. I pay in food and love.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I get your point.
But
Yeah.
in our industry, that's one big thing. You need to know where you stand, and not be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think I have learned the hard way, and that's
All of
what's
us have.
happened. All of us have.
Yeah.
In the 30 years that I've been working,
Wow.
there's been a lot of times where I say, shit, I could have. Sorry for the language. I could have got more for that. You know,
Yeah.
you're not asking for something ridiculous. Yeah,
Correct.
You're asking for what your worth is, and I think that's only fair.
But you know, I did the same thing of asking for less money or agreeing to less money.
Yeah.
At times, also because of those reasons, I didn't really have friends in the industry, but I did it for, I have to confess, insecurity की वजह से.
We've all been there.
You know, there was a
If
very
I
big-
don't do it, somebody else is going to get the
Yeah,
job. Okay,
yeah,
we're all
yeah.
insecure. Actors are insecure.
Yeah.
It's an insecure business. Let's,
Yeah.
brass tacks. Coming down to brass tacks, it is an insecure business. Which is why, as an actor, and this also has relevance to your first question. How do you keep yourself relevant? You have to keep doing other things. It ties up with the insecurity of being an actor. Keep doing other things as well, which are attached to the acting business.
Yeah.
Dubbing, writing.
hosting events.
Hosting events,
Singing.
comparing, singing.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do something with you putting yourself out there in front of an audience. Always make sure that you are part of it, so that when plan A is not happening, plan B is there. And you don't
That's
feel,
true.
and
That's
you don't feel, and then it comes back down to the other topic of money. Something is always coming in.
Yeah. I mean,
You
we'll
know?
come to this because when आप बहुत सारे लोग आपको approach करते हैं, मुझे भी
Yeah.
approach करते हैं.
Yeah.
हमारे DMs में वगैरह में कि यार हम एक्टर कैसे बने या हम एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री में कैसे आए. सो द बेसिक जिस्ट जो होता है ना कि हाँ एक्टिंग क्लासेस कर लो, ये करो वो करो,
हाँ.
डांसिंग क्लासेस करो, बॉडी बनाओ, ये तो है ही, दैट्स अ डन. बट व्हाट पीपल डोंट टेल यू इज दैट मेक योरसेल्फ फाइनेंशियली केपेबल. क्योंकि आपके जो स्ट्रगल्स हैं यहाँ पर जब तक आप एस्टैब्लिश हो जाए, हर कोई शाहरुख खान नहीं बनता
Yes,
है.
Correct.
exactly.
Correct.
Exactly. And you have to know that. I mean, हर कोई शाहरुख खान नहीं
नहीं
बनता
बनता
है.
है. नहीं.
So give yourself, I always say, give yourself that kind of a timeline.
Yeah.
Nobody is saying that, you don't have the talent or whatever. Nobody is, taking your self-esteem away from you.
Yeah.
But also give yourself a time. Let's get real. Yeah.
बहुत ही
Yeah.
thin line है यार. There's
It's
a
a thin
very
line.
thin line.
It's a thin
We have to
line.
balance it at that
Yeah,
point.
you
So
have to.
just before I got Hip Hip Hooray, I had actually given myself a timeline.
Yeah, you
So I
told me
said I
this.
was auditioning
Yeah.
for
Oh,
ads.
that's a very interesting story.
I was
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
doing group shoots. I was not feeling motivated enough, to
Yeah.
which someone told me motivation gaya tel lagane, but I obviously didn't listen to her.
Yeah.
I followed my heart. And that's when I told myself that, boss, I am giving myself a year. Because I was always good at studies. My dad was in advertising, so I always thought that I will get into copywriting, get into advertising. Not a 9 to 5 job, but something to do with the creative field. So I told myself, एक साल में अगर कुछ नहीं होगा, तो I will try and do something
This was
else.
the first year you had started.
This was the first year I had started, and then miraculously in 1 year I got Hip Hip Hooray. Hip Hip Hooray happened.
Wow.
Things flowed in, and then I was like, okay, this is
And
where
you've never
I
looked
want
back
to
since
be.
then.
That this is
But
where I
you
would
know
like
what?
to be.
What I love about the fact of his journey is the fact that he, at a very early stage, decided very clearly that you want to do television. At that phase, a lot of us were reluctant towards television for our own reasons. It's not right or wrong. And that's paid dividends today.
Yeah.
Today, he's just finished the #1 rated
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
on our Indian television
Yeah.
history,
Yeah.
Anupama.
Anupama.
Right? And now you're on to a next show. By the time this comes on air, that will also, I'm sure, garner a lot of TRPs and it'll be very, very successful.
Hope so.
So that's the thing. I want to ask you guys, if you really, it's a tough question, but if you had one regret, like what is that one thing which was like a nail, thorn on your heel always? Ki abhi bhi hai yaar. In this career of ours,
Yeah.
what has it been for you?
Let's
Like for me,
start-
I want to give it a
Sure.
For me, it's been typecasting.
Yeah.
I feel typecasting is another word for being punished for doing a bang-on job. Right?
Yep.
I did that role
Yeah,
so well of Mambo or John, or you did Raghav and she did Alaknanda ma'am. We did it so well that that the makers perceived कि यार audience को इसे इसमें ही देखना है. अरे मैंने ये
Oh,
इतना
yeah,
अच्छा
it's
किया
happened to
है.
all of us, isn't
Yeah.
it? I've been the bad mother-in-law and bad aunt in so many.
So that's absolute miscasting, Suchi. Bad mother-in-law, you don't even
bad
look. You look
mother-in-law.
younger than your daughter-in-law while you're playing the bad mother-in-law. So obviously, the daughter-in-law is going to be jealous of a hot mother-in-law. This sizzling. Mummy ji! Mummy
No,
ki
no,
no,
but coming back to what you were saying, yeah, regrets. What? So, yeah.
What's yours? Mine is typecasting. It's a battle after 30 years today for me also to get out of that. We've spoken about it. So
But typecasting also has, I think, a lot to do with, like you said, doing a job bang on first to begin with. Also, it's the way you look.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I have never been offered a part of a slum dweller
Yeah.
Yeah,
or a Bihar ka inhabitant.
correct.
You know, I am always either the doctor, the lawyer,
The social, high-fly socialite type.
banker,
Yeah.
or else the NRI guy,
Yeah.
or someone who hails from a
Yeah.
very rich family.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that, Rushad, because at least in that sphere, you've got to experiment on the corners of that box which people have put you into and given you the permission to touch those corners. Sometimes you do a job so well that they will only want you to play that character. So at least you get to play a banker, right? He might be a corrupt banker, but you
Ha.
get a banker.
Correct.
So there might be shades that you might be allowed to experiment with.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on. What is that thorn for you?
For me, it's probably been not placing myself financially, not pushing myself as much as I could have gone, because I know my
You mentioned
contemporaries. Yeah, my contemporaries are definitely charging a hell of a lot more than I
Yeah.
do. I love my job. I love it 220%, which is why any work that I do, I just totally love, and I think that shows. So it's not a big deal for me. But then again, flip side is money is important.
Yeah.
So I
And
wish
thanks
I
for
had
being that honest, by the way.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
wish I had set myself my bar a little bit higher. You know, I could have
But
been
you
much
still,
more financially stable.
Abhi, do you still make the same mistakes?
I do,
Yeah.
I do, and
Why?
and it comes
Why?
back to, again, as I said, catch-22, because I want the job, I want to be working. I'm a workaholic. You know, there's that insecurity, or it'll go to somebody else. It's a damn good role. Damn, just for that 10,000 more or 15,000 more, should I give it up? You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I've never worked with an agent 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't have an agency. I've never worked with a PR agency ever.
So okay, that's a very
Yeah.
important point. It's not a must. They
Yeah.
facilitate, but it's not a must.
No, it's not a
Yeah.
must. But, and I have to say, I mean, I have very good, you know, people say, oh, who's your PR agency? I said, I don't have one. And they said,
That's
never.
one thing we must say about Suchi. I think you will also add to that. Suchi has always been relevant. Never, even today, do you feel jaded, right? And I think you know that. कि even today, you're the hip lot. एक होता है ना कि एक hip lot होता है हमेशा.
Correct.
You, for some reason, that's amazing. In fact, I'd like to pick your brains on that. How have you always remained in that hip lot?
You know, for an actor, it's always important to maintain your innocence. I think I have that childlike innocence.
That you do.
I behave the same age as you guys, yes or no?
Yes.
When I'm with y'all, I behave the same age as you
Absolutely.
guys.
Absolutely.
I have friends I cross my heart. I have friends who are 21 who come and hang out with me at home.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Okay. Yeah, I have, you know, people who are literally call themselves my adopted daughters.
Yeah.
One is 35, one is 24. They call me
Are they
mom.
single?
Yeah.
Are they single?
They are, as a matter of fact. Yeah. And so that way
There is
I keep
Rakshi.
myself. My own daughter is 16. So I maintain that. I like to be, because inwardly I don't feel old. I don't feel 53. I refuse to feel 53.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that is very, very important, to be able to maintain that childlike innocence. And that's what people have come up to me and said, don't lose that, Suchi.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm jumping around and, you know, when I rehearse for a play or whatever, and there's 20-something-year-olds who say, ma'am, where do you get this energy from? They're sitting on the side and there's me jumping around, you know.
I mean,
But that's
energy
me.
is something that you can feel.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even when you all are seeing this, you all can feel the energies that Suchi always brings, that enthusiasm, that childlike work. But the thorn in your heel, the regret, is the aspect of not being able to demand
Yeah.
and command the
Yeah.
amount of monies.
Yeah.
You know, let's get to you, Rushu. What is that regret? Do you have any?
I do. I have the very same regret which she has. I am also stuck in that same rut of working at a very, I would say, nominal price, undercoating yourself.
Yes.
And continue doing that, because I'll tell you one thing, Vish, the industry is a very harsh place to be in. Although the industry has given me everything, but it's a very harsh place to be in.
So I want to stop your thought there, because that's going to lead to what I was wanting to talk about, and I want you to continue this thought. Before reaching the harshness of it, I feel that this entertainment industry, which we belong to, of course, we spend more life there than as normal, as
Yeah,
out
it's
of
true.
it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I feel आजकल बहुत negativity हो गया है. people are talking very negatively about the industry. Everything about, अरे you're from the films, negative thought आ जाता है. इसमें तो ये होता होगा, ये तो कितना. People who don't even know about it. I will go to that.
Yeah.
There is a yin, there is a yang, there is
Yeah.
negativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's positivity also. I
Of
want
course.
to right now focus on that positivity.
Yeah.
Rushu, what is the most positive things that this industry giving you?
So I was coming to that when I said that the industry is very harsh, but the industry has given me everything. It's given me
Yeah, Rednity.
fame, name, recognition, not lots of money, which is like a same regret that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the only argument that I have with my wife Ketki. The only argument, we don't argue about anything else. The only argument, because she feels that
You undersell yourself.
that I undersell myself, and I'm allowing people to do that again and again,
Yeah, and
time
again.
and again, time and
Yeah.
again, time and again.
Yeah.
But I don't seem to improve. But I'll also tell you, so whenever I have tried to hike up my price, people never get back.
Okay.
So that is also a reason why I go
Yeah.
back to the same conditioning that I have been following since years.
I mean, that's being really frank. It's exactly the same
yeah,
situation.
because
Oh, I
मैंने
really appreciate
एक
that.
phase में मैंने you know, that was a phase when I was doing a film for which I was asked not to do TV, which is another regret
Yeah.
that I have.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll come to that, but in that phase I said that okay, TV तो मना ही करना है ना. Let me quote a bomb and see whether they get back to me or not.
Yeah.
If they get back to me, देखते हैं, we'll find a way and do it around or whatever. But none of them got back.
Yeah.
None, and this I'm talking of almost 15, 17 years back,
Yeah.
when I was in the main lead category on TV.
Right.
I was doing main lead parts. I was in that category. People who've done main lead parts in that age have really minted
A
money.
lot, yeah.
So I said, चलो try करके देखते हैं. I would just throw in a figure and I would see कि चलो let people get back.
Yeah.
None of them got back. That's where I would like to tell you, that is the harshness of the industry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where that comes from. So if you have a super hit overnight, people will throw money at you.
Yeah.
If you have a big name or a big family name attached to you, people will throw that kind of money to you.
Yeah.
So it never really depends on your talent. And people honestly tell me also, अरे sir,
Never?
हम तो जानते हैं.
Like,
आप-
I mean, never, I mean, seriously, I'm not disagreeing. मैं पूछ रहा हूँ
क्या-
कि your perspective is that it never depends on your talent?
No,
or
no,
very
no.
little?
No, no,
Never
no.
know.
It did deceive. It's because of a talent that we are still working.
Yeah.
Because
We
we
are
don't
still-
come back, we don't come from
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
any sort of push
Yeah,
or privilege.
But it's definitely the talent that gets you where you are, that makes us relevant,
Yeah.
which was your first question to
Yeah.
begin with. But at the same time, there are a lot of factors. So we are talking of the pricing aspect right
Yeah.
now. So you know, it's like one Friday you have a super hit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and people are
You're
willing
as
to
good as
pay
your
you-
last Friday. You
Yeah,
gotta keep proving yourself
and
for-
people are willing to pay you whatever you ask for. So that is where I think the harshness of the industry comes in. That people tell me also, you know, Arey, we know you deserve much more, but we
Yeah.
can't give you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
I've heard
What
that.
is that?
Yeah.
Why do people say that? We know you deserve much more, but we can't pay you. Arey,
Yeah.
if you know we deserve much more, then why don't you pay us that money? Is my
Yeah,
question
no,
to them.
and then, sorry to say, but there are people who I'm just being really frank here. There are people who are less talented. You know it.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
Who are
Less
being
deserving.
paid double what you're being
Yeah.
paid for
Yeah.
what?
But why is
You
that
know.
happening?
Yeah, why is that
Why?
happening?
Why
Because you're
they-
not.
So let's
It's
address
a lot
the
of luck.
So let's address
It's
the
luck and I was coming to
let's-
that. It's destiny. It's
It's
destiny.
destiny.
All right, luck and destiny.
Likha hota hai, how they say.
Haan.
But let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Let me put another word to it, and then we'll get to the main word. The privilege, the privilege treatment, the privilege casting. Another word for it, which has become very trendy nowadays, is nepotism.
Nepotism.
Right? It's there. Do
Yeah,
I
but
like
I don't
it?
see, you know, yeah, do we like it or not?
No.
And it's there, it's there.
But-
Come on, though they didn't choose to be, whether they could be married into, you know, SRK's family or into, you know, Hema Malini's family, they didn't choose it. It's what they are, it's what they know. Don't hold it against them, is my viewpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
Another point I have.
Yes, and yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
will
I
get
agree.
more opportunities,
I
but
agree.
that's the way it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is this person on the street here is not going to have the same opportunities as that the child of that actor or actress, because that is just the way it is. Accept it, yeah. And
Now
it's not
that
about
acceptance is something that I want to kind of extend on before you come in, Rushu. Again, coming from a point of view where a lot of people ask me, how do I become an actor? But yeah, there is nepotism and there's... But yes, there is. For example, अगर आप एक रेस में उतर रहे हो compete करने के लिए, उस रेस के rules हैं, regulations हैं और चीजें हैं जो fair है और unfair है. If you're in our field as an actor, as a director or anything, yes, you have to look a certain way, perform a certain way, वो सब तो है ही, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ also know that this is there, it's not anywhere to go, like you said. So you should be prepared for it rather than complain about
it.
Yeah.
Do I personally like it? No.
Yeah.
Is it there in every aspect of life? Not only in the entertainment industry, in the corporate world? Yes. Okay, so look, nepotism is there. It is here to stay. Whether I like it or not like it is irrelevant. You have to play with the rules which are thrown at you.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rushu?
So see, honestly, I don't think anything is wrong. It's a simple thing. If I'm a baker and I want to leave my bakery to my son, I will jolly well do that.
Yeah.
So why do people make it such a big deal in the acting profession?
That's incredible. Amazing. You know, guys, जब मैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ चिल मार रहा हूँ, गपशप कर रहा हूँ, इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्वर्सेशंस हो रही है, जैसे कि अभी हो रही है, और मुझे क्रेविंग हो जाती है कि मैं कुछ टेस्टी, कुछ फन, कुछ यमी खाऊं, I always go with an option that goes very well with my tea or my coffee. That's why I always chose Americano coconut cookies. Delicious, crunchy, and lots of fun. And now, back to our conversation.
Now, if Shah Rukh Khan's daughter has become an actor,
It's because
what
it's
is
what
wrong?
she knows, man.
It's what she knows. She's seen her
grew up.
father go
Yep.
on, you know, being
But
a
I don't think it's
superstar.
about them becoming actors. It's about the opportunity more than anything.
See, the
Yeah.
opportunity, I'll tell you
That's
the,
where I think the argument
know,
is.
the opportunities.
Opportunity, you've got to create your own opportunities. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, but
to say,
I
no.
no,
नहीं,
but
नहीं,
Suchi, come on, इतना simplistic तो नहीं है.
Wish,
Look,
मेरी बात सुन.
I am going to.
Opportunities initially सबको मिलती है being a star kid.
हाँ.
But it is your talent, it is how the audiences like you, is you will stay where you are. There have been so many umpteen examples of people
the
from
failed,
huge
yeah.
Filmy
families
families,
who have not
but
made
they
it.
failed.
Yeah.
Audiences haven't accepted
I
them
accept
too.
that.
Then what about those opportunities? They've gone down the drain.
I accept that argument. However, come on, we've been here long enough to understand
Yeah.
that the toughest part of being an actor, my perspective, is getting that opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, when that is laid to you in a silver platter, okay, let me just make it simple.
Yeah, I understand that.
How many times have you ever been replaced by a nepo kid?
No,
It's
not
happened
that I
with three
not,
times.
not that I know.
It's
Of.
happened
No.
to me 3 times, I know. First time happened, I'd done a film called Ishq Vishk. I was playing Mambo. I had like lots of options. I got replaced. I didn't know, I didn't realize what it was, but I felt bad कि यार नहीं हुआ. Forgot about it. Second time it happened, it was a balance. Like, why is this happening? Third time I got to know the real reason of it. It pissed me off. Right? So I have no problem in saying, this is the game, play it. Otherwise, leave. But I respectfully disagree with that fact that the opportunity is something which is the most important thing, bhai.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, how many times? I'd love to work with 10 different directors. I'd love to work with a Raju Hirani, with an Imtiaz Ali, with so many of these guys.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
Today, if it's me and if somebody who's well connected to him, who will reach first?
Have you called any of these directors? Is my question.
Called many times, have luckily with time, because of our own hard work, reached a place where I do get the opportunity with the grace of God.
Exactly. Yeah.
However, in today's day and age, to reach where we have also with such gratitude reached,
Yes.
how many people can do that?
Yeah. So you got to count your blessings. I mean, you really,
I count
really
my
have to
blessings
count
every day.
single day.
Gratitude is
You know,
huge.
yeah, gratitude definitely.
Opportunity, bhai. And then if you get the opportunity, say you are a child of the industry, I agree with you. भाई corporate के बेटे corporate ही बने, baker के बेटे अगर baker बने तो very good.
Very good, huh?
अच्छा ठीक है, you will give your child that opportunity, daughter
Yeah.
or son.
Yeah.
But then the next thing comes. So 2 things I find unfair is the opportunity, and secondly is the number of chances. कि आपका एक नहीं चला, दूसरा lined up है.
Yeah.
आपका एक नहीं चला, दूसरा lined up है.
Yeah.
दूसरा
The
नहीं
number
चला,
of chances.
तीसरा.
Yes,
हाँ,
that
the number
yes,
of chances,
I agree.
yes.
I agree. Yeah.
That's where I feel the under, but it's there.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to run away from it. It doesn't make me give up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of
yeah.
course.
Oh, that you can't. I mean, in this industry, if you're talking about this industry, there's negatives, there's positives. I think coming back to a previous question about the positive things that this has brought into my life, you won't believe it, but my closest friends. And
Really?
who are in the industry.
Now that's a new one because,
They say
having
no
friends,
two actresses can ever be
be
friends.
friends, yeah.
I am completely the exception
You wanna name
to the
her?
rule. Me and my friends. Sandhya Amridul,
Yeah.
Manini De,
Yeah.
Manasi Scott. These are all actors.
Yeah.
Who are all like this.
Yeah.
I know that they will give their left arm for me. I can say that 100%.
But is there rivalry? Is there jealousy?
Zero rivalry.
Like if both of you all are
Zero.
gunning for the same role.
Oh,
how
that's
do you all
totally
manage?
fine. We both say that we tested for the same role. May the best person win. I swear to God, and I cross my heart, I swear on anything right now. These people who I've just mentioned, if we have something that has come to us and we can't do it, the first people we suggest are the rest of them. And people
Wow.
actually, casting directors have actually told me, ma'am, आप suggestion दे रही हैं? आप phone numbers भेज. I swear to God, I've sent, whether it's Manini, Sandhya, you name it. Madhusha is a friend, Suchitra Krishnamurthy is a friend, Suman Ranganathan, these are all
And
close.
another thing, if you've
These are
noticed,
not-
they have the same look.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, they have.
same
yeah,
age group.
Same
Yeah.
The same
sultry
age
look,
group, the same
you're all
look.
gunning for the same
Yeah,
look.
so gunning for the same
You know,
role,
one
but-
person who's done this for me consistently, and I've tried to return the favor,
Yeah,
is a gentleman who's sitting right on your left, Rushad.
yeah,
He has selflessly
yeah.
recommended me, helped me,
Mm-hmm.
been listening board to me.
Yeah.
I get emotional when I say this, but he's been one person who's been selflessly there, and so have you. Like my first film that I directed was Ilm, right?
Yes.
You're on the poster,
I know.
right? She was shocked. I'm on the
I was
poster.
like, "Ah!"
You're on the poster. I've done my first ad with Rushad,
Yeah,
photo shoots
yeah.
with Rushad, and so gracefully. It's not only that. And so, I mean, let me just take this opportunity to say thank you, guys. It means a lot, and it just feels real.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, you've got to maintain that reality,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, no matter what we talk about as far as our industry is concerned.
But I used to do that even for Shah Rukh,
Yeah.
and Shah Rukh was always a constant competitor. People thought we are brothers.
Yes.
Till date,
Look
many
wise
people,
and everything,
till
yeah,
date, many
yeah,
people
yeah.
get confused. Were you Cyrus or were you that other
Other.
guy?
So
and I have to tell them,
Brocha played Cyrus in Hip Hip Hurray.
Yeah.
And fantastic. I mean, I don't think anybody in our peer group has a comic timing as good as Shah Rukh.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
That is a loss to the industry where he decided to go to Australia
abroad. Yeah.
and
first
do
New Zealand,
something
then
else.
Australia.
Yeah. So back then, we used to audition for ad films together.
Yeah.
And there were many times when they used to ask me for his number and I would just give it out. Or people would tell me, is there someone in your age group, your look bracket whom you would recommend? And I would immediately give out Shah Rukh's number.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, so many times those ads have actually gone to him.
Right.
Yeah.
They haven't come to me.
Yeah.
So, but the only thought is like Suchi very rightly said, may the best person win.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I was not that good for that job. Maybe Shah Rukh was. So that is the kind of.
Oh, and come on. I
the
mean, we
thought
just got,
that I-
what is yours will
Yeah,
come
yeah.
to you.
You
believe that?
Totally.
Absolutely.
जो लिखा है
हाँ.
वो आपके पास ही आएगा.
You can stand on the top of a mountain and scream that I want this role.
Yeah.
You know, what Priyanka Chopra did in Hollywood or what somebody else did, here, it is hers.
Yeah.
Get with it.
Yeah.
Just believe that, what's yours will come to you no matter what. And I totally have always believed in that.
That leads
And-
to a cancel culture, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
But before that, we were talking about Hip Hip Hurray, and I just feel that is a blessing, one of the blessings in our lives.
Oh, yes.
The biggest
Even
one for me.
today, 25, 26 years down the line, people still stop me in the middle of the road and say, John, and inevitably all our conversations come up. We're all interconnected in that sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you're there, and there's an uncanny friends and you guys.
It's just something about that show, I feel so proud when people walk up to me in an airport or whatever and remember Alak Nanda, man, for my 30-year career, It's so nice. It's so nice. It's even nicer when they say you look the same.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, but you do.
I'm
You look
sure.
better. Actually, I would feel that you've kind of groomed it a little better now.
Yeah.
So you're better now in that sense. But that's what I'm trying to say. Nobody will ever be able to identify with what you just said than the three of us.
Yeah.
because we have experienced this blessing. And we do relatively look pretty much the same.
With that,
Now, better
yeah.
versions.
Yeah.
Like Rushu looks exactly like the same guy who every girl wants to take back to their mother.
their mom.
You know, the conventionally good-looking boy. And John is still the guy who wants to take every girl home.
Same.
Right?
At
So-
least he's forgotten the fact that his wife is sitting right there.
Yes!
And Alak has only
baby.
given up the cotton sarees and wears clothes like these now.
But since we're doing the hippopore thing, let's have some fun, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do a skit that we're back 25 years. We're on the sets at St. Mary's School, Baikla. I'm getting goosebumps.
Wow.
Raghav, captain,
Okay.
John, backbencher, are sitting and having a conversation. We didn't have many scenes together.
No, we didn't.
Surprisingly.
We didn't.
So let's make that moment here. है ना ये merchandise very cool? ये सब आपका हो सकता है. All you have to do is comment और हमें बताइए कि आज का एपिसोड आपको कैसा लगा. Top 5 comments को मौका मिलेगा to get all this cool merchandise absolutely free. That's right. All you have to do is comment and let us know fast. So do like, subscribe and hit the bell icon and watch the Vishal Hour.
पता है
Yeah?
हम सबको पता है
नहीं लेकिन किसके साथ अलग नाम है.
पता है हम
Sorry, I
सबको
heard
पता
my
है.
name.
Oh, hello ma'am.
Hello man.
Hi.
Oh, I have to tell you, Raghav, well done. All of the papers, you've done really, really well.
Thank you man. Thank you.
Well done.
John,
Now help me.
John,
Yes ma'am.
I have to tell you, it's time I met your parents.
Okay.
No, I'm a bit too old for you, John. But I need to meet them because you failed in every subject. You're the first student who has got -2.
-2. I didn't know there was a
Yeah.
marking like that.
How?
I didn't know there's the marking like that until now, you know, so until John's paper, -2. Yeah. You know, why, Raghav, why don't you know, help him out here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
surely
for the
ma'am.
next-
Surely I will. I will.
Because really, I think, John, I mean, you know, put your concentration into your studies a little bit more. Meanwhile, boys, I have also some other news. Yeah, some good news and bad news. The bad news I just gave you, that you failed
-2.
in all subjects and you were the first student in Denobly High to get minus. So that's something, isn't it? But that isn't the good news.
There's good news for me.
There's good news. I'm getting married. And yes, and his name is Vishal.
Me, Vishal? You, ma'am. I mean,
no,
you
you're
are
John.
a little low.
You're John. She's talking about Vishal.
But you know, let's cut the crap. My real name is
I'll
Vishal.
see you all at the wedding.
But ma'am,
Congrats,
Ma'am!
ma'am. Congrats.
Raghav, where's the good news here?
यार वो तो शादी कर रही है ना, उनके लिए तो गुड न्यूज़ ही है ना.
ये विशाल कौन है? Find out करते हैं. मारते हैं साले को.
तू पहले पढ़ाई पे कंसंट्रेट
विशाल!
कर.
Minus.
Minus.
Well done.
-2.
Achha, by the way, I got out of character also for a second. I got out of character for a second. अरे मैं विशाल हूँ. Come,
Yeah,
sit
I
down.
know.
Come.
Yeah, come sit down here, sit down here.
But I got so desperate to be the guy she's getting
Yeah.
married to is Vishal
Yeah, me,
that I
me.
broke the character. And I became. Come, sit down.
He
sit down.
forgot
Thank you,
me.
boss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Both of you all had the weirdest expression on your face, but
Yeah, there was like a 2-second
Yeah,
pause.
You're not supposed to be.
You're not supposed to be.
I have to tell you, yaar, while doing this, total goosebumps.
Yeah.
Total goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And you know, when we were doing this scene, I suddenly felt like we were on those Elphiston ka steps,
Steps.
sitting and
Yeah.
talking.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Good memories. Good memories.
So you just got an exclusive sneak peek into the actual BTS of
Yeah.
Hip Hip Hooray
Yeah.
after 25
yeah, this
years.
is what used to happen.
And
Yeah.
thank you, because of that, we got to do that.
Correct.
Right?
True.
But it was true. I mean, there was true love. There still is.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
true love here also. And it's very rare that actors actually get along, especially people who are in the same range of casting. But
Yeah.
you said that that's a very huge rarity which you kind of abide by. And you
Totally.
live by.
Totally.
Okay, so before we get on to anything else, very quickly, I want to kind of address something. The world looks so glamorous from outside, right? As I was saying, Rushad has always chosen a path which is, at least in the last 5-6 years, which is towards television, right? And in television, it's been the more of the daily soaps aspects. Anupama was a big hit. We just saw this lady come from London and kind of recognize you and take these photographs. Must be feeling great. But for everybody who's delusioned out there about how easy it is, you should tell them ki in the last 5 years, what is the average sleep you've got? Honestly,
point.
every night.
So I'll tell you, and let me correct you at one point that along with TV, I have also been doing quite a bit of web, smaller parts, not like primary roles.
Of course.
But I kind of want to keep a balance.
What I was
want
trying to say, Rushad, is not because of that. I'm not going to say
Yeah.
what I said. Of course, you've done the web series, but where you've really found your grounding,
yeah.
you know,
Is
playing the
TV,
lead
is TV.
characters, playing very principal
Yeah,
characters,
yeah.
big, huge ass shows,
Yeah.
is television.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting
absolutely.
at is a lot of people think it's very easy.
Oh,
It's she's also done daily
Yeah.
soaps.
Yeah.
So it's
And she's the OG of that first
Yeah.
one.
yeah,
What's
So
it called?
it's-
That one, साड़ी वाड़ी के साथ क्या था यार?
what there was Papa, there was what you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was Rahe, there was Papa. Those were with Kiran Kumar, Chef Ali.
what was that show you did?
Yeah.
Didn't you do a show with
Bendra.
Sandhya? With
Hoo
Sandhya
Bahu.
Badul?
Ah, that's
There
what I
was
was. That's what I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then of course, yeah. No. Let's.
But
we're
then,
talking about you.
what we're trying to get at is, what's your routine? How do you do it?
So see, I'm actually going to get into that rigorous routine from tomorrow as I start shooting. I've already been shooting, but we did a few days of shoot for this new show that I'm doing called Mehndi Wala Ghar, which is going to be out on Sony soon. So we did a few days, then we did an outdoor. We just got back yesterday. And now from tomorrow, it's going to be a rigorous 12-hour shift every day. We've all been told don't ask for holidays, don't ask for adjustments because the show is going to go on air.
Yeah.
There could be possibilities of a lot of reshoots because initially, you know how
Oh, yeah, big- they have to
how
get it right.
particular
Yeah, yeah.
Teething
channels
problems.
are,
Yeah,
teething problems.
Yeah.
So coming to your question and to tell people, it's a very tough job. Your mind has to be in the right place. Physically, you have to be in the right place. So even
And
though
sleep becomes a thing of the
sleep
past.
becomes a thing of the past. I mean, even if for
How do
me,
you work out? How do you maintain yourself? How do you spend time with family?
at times I don't do any of that. I
There you
just come home, have my dinner,
yeah.
go to
It's-
sleep, get up, go to shoot.
Time
Robot.
management is of the essence. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got to really, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, you hardly get a day off.
The day you get an early pack up is when you
when
have
you-
the luxury to, do a quick workout.
Yeah.
Then probably take your wife out to dinner.
And how far is your set from your house?
I have to travel 19 kilometers one way from tomorrow.
In Bombay traffic.
In Bombay
So
traffic.
you're looking at 2 hours at least one way.
Meera Road. I'll be
Ooh,
shooting in
nice.
Meera Road. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I'm prepared for that. For the first time in my life, I have kept a spot and a driver.
Yeah, good.
I have
Yeah,
never
I've never had
I've never had a spot and a
in my life,
driver, but
neither.
everyone,
That's going to take
including
some adjustment, huh? By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
be more concerned about how they are, what they're doing.
Yeah.
yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah. So everyone, including my parents, Ketki, my manager, all of them told me, Rushad, it's high time you keep
got
a
a
spot
personal
and a
spot.
driver because that will give you your
Yeah,
you
it
know,
helps.
Yeah, you know,
sanity
Yeah.
while you're working hard. You know?
While doing, I mean, after the COVID fiasco, when we started shooting, when you're talking about sleep, I was shooting for one series and one OTT thing at the same time because shootings
Yeah.
had started, and I was doing double shifts. Yeah, so it was 9 to 2, and then 2 to 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then back at 9. By the time you travel, and one was in Film City, one was in Grand Hyatt.
My God.
Yeah, so and I would go
Wow.
every day, and I would drive.
Oh,
yeah,
crazy.
but that's my alone time. You have to make the best of what
Of your-
you can. So that travel between Andheri is between Goregaon and thing would be my time where I would blast my music and sing my guts out and stay awake.
A beautiful and a grateful place that we have
Oh, most
been given
definitely.
in life.
Most
course.
definitely.
The adulation, the respect, the people giving you their
The
love.
chance to do something you love to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who have 9 to 5 jobs who are cursing every morning to wake up and go to that 9 to 5
Yeah.
job. Our 9 to 5 job or 12 to 12 job or 2 to 2 job is something that we love, and thank you God.
Thank
for
you
Yeah,
for it and more for
absolutely.
it. But it is hard work.
Yes.
And again, what I'm getting on in through this conversation is to prepare you that ये चीजें होती हैं.
Yeah.
When you come here, आपके दादी ने आपसे कहा होगा कि आप शाहरुख खान जैसे हाथ ऐसे करते हो. That doesn't mean that, you know, और यार आपने क्या रील बनाई है, so you're a director or you're a writer. Yes, that gives you a spark and an indication, but you must do your research. But ever since I was a child, any point, whenever I needed to unwind, I love playing video games.
Yeah.
Right? I love
you all
playing
don't
video
even
games.
Even
know
I used
about-
to in my childhood.
You all don't even know about Pac-Man and
I know about
Space
Pac-Man,
Invaders
Atari and all, of course.
Yeah, Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
And
Yeah.
what was that bike game? Excite Bike. Oh, I used
but,
to love that.
but, I think we should unwind a little bit. We're having a lovely conversation.
Yes.
All right. And this beautiful area, the beach is behind us, sunset, it's the Vishal Hour. And I've set up my video game station right here for you guys. 1, 2, 3, go! Start! Kick!
Oh my God! Hey, listen, how do I kick?
You
Got it.
Okay, so here are the questions,
Got it.
Who is known as the king of Bollywood? Amitabh?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, very good. Good one. Number 1 point. Which actor made his debut with the film
ye to
Biwi
kya
Ho To
number hai?
Aisi?
Govinda.
No, but rose to fame with the film Maine Pyar Kiya.
Salman Khan.
Absolutely.
Allah.
Who played the role of Mogambo and Mr. India? Om Puri, Amrish Puri.
Amrish Puri.
Ah.
Amrish Puri.
You know the dialogue?
Yeah.
Mogambo Khush hua.
Khush hua. All right.
See, this is what. Because I'm focusing on the answers.
She kicked your ass. She kicked her. Suchi, well done. Okay. Rematch.
That's
Rematch. Okay.
gone.
Part 2. Okay. Okay. Ready? Go. Arey wow. Kick. Which actor played the role of Kabir Khan in the movie Chak De? India.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Excellent. Which song? Who sung the song Chhaiya Chhaiya from Dil Se? Rahman, Sukhwinder, Sonu Nigam.
Sukhwinder.
Very good. Who played the role of Munna Bhai?
Yes! And it says Scorpion win and I'm a Scorpion.
Did you win?
We are
Did you
both
win?
Scorpions,
Okay,
yeah.
final round.
Final
Last round. Okay. By the way, are you guys having fun?
Lots
Okay.
of fun.
ये आपकी खुन्नस जो निकल रही है ना, oh my god, you'll have really figured this one out.
No
Kick him,
chance, I don't know
kick
anything.
him. Okay.
How to do that
Who?
fan thing?
I don't know. You gotta press the upper button also. Yeah.
Upper
Yeah.
button.
Oh no, that's bad. Who directed the film?
No
Who
way.
directed the film Barfi?
Anurag Basu. Anurag Basu.
Who played the lead role in the film Bajirao Mastan, Hrithik Roshan, Ranveer?
Ranveer.
Very good. Who directed? This is your favorite. Who directed the film Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara?
Zoya Akhtar.
Zoya.
Zoya.
Okay. Which song from the film Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum became a blockbuster? Suraj Hua Madham, Ye Ladka Hai Deewana, Bole Chodiya,
Suraj Hua Madham.
Which actor played the role of Chulbul Pandey in the film Dabangg?
Salman Khan.
Which was the first Bollywood film to gross over 100 crores in the box office? Dilwale Dulhania, Gajni, 3 Idiots, or Krish 3? Jaldi!
Gajni.
Jaldi! Why are you
Gajni.
kicking? Why are you
Gajni,
kicking out?
Gajni.
Why are you down on the floor and kicking out?
Yes.
No, it's not over yet.
I have won.
It's not. She's still standing. You can still. Oh no.
Oh.
Woo! Oi, Suchi!
Somebody was never held this before. I mean, I killed him.
Well done, both of y'all.
Yes. Proud of myself.
When I told Rushad that we're going to play video games, I've never played in my life.
Yeah, but
क्या यार ये jump मारा था यार? उड़ियाल उड़ी मारा था उड़ी.
Fantastic, yeah. Okay. Listen, before we wind up, okay, just want to kind of say, if we had a wish to come true, where do you see yourself and where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Where do you want yourself to be 5 years?
There's a place called the Red Carpet at the Oscars.
Yeah!
Right there, honey.
Right there.
I might be there earlier. Who knows?
You never know. You never looking even better
Wait
than
and
she
watch.
does right
That's
now.
all I'm saying. Wait and watch.
Inshallah.
I have a slightly smaller dream, I would say, to at least make it big in the OTT space.
Yeah.
Because I'm working really hard. Besides doing TV, and not that I want to be little TV, but I really want to make it big on the OTT gamut. The kind of content they are making, the kind of performances they are doing.
हम
These
हैं ना
are-
अभी OTT में. Don't worry.
I hope that works out for you. I mean, so do I. Career-wise, I also want to do one big-ass film.
Yeah.
I really want to now get back to those big-ass films, and I miss doing that.
Yeah.
But on a personal note, I wish health. after everything that we have gone through with COVID and all, I wish
course.
all of us and our families and our everybody
Yeah.
has
Right.
great health.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So health and
Yeah.
wealth is what we should manifest for everybody watching this. And before we
Absolutely.
go, you know, you guys have been such great sport, and I'm sure जिसने भी ये देखा has got so much insight. I mean, we would think so, right? We covered a lot of stuff.
I hope so.
But before you go, any advice that you want to give to all those people who are youngsters, middle-aged, elderly, who want to become a part of the entertainment industry?
There's place for everybody here.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. As we said before, believe in yourself. The other side of it is also give yourself that much time. Be a bit realistic. Hone your skills. If you're not doing anything, hone your skills. Take that time to do something else. You know,
उसका
which
मतलब
will,
है कि
which
go
will
for
add.
your sharpen your skills.
Sharpen your skills and
new things.
learn new things about anything that's connected with the industry that you've chosen.
And in those comes also those aspects of researching and learning, watching shows and podcasts like this where you
and
get
you
so
know,
much info.
I mean, it may sound philosophical, but there's space here for everybody.
Yep.
So don't be selfish. Yeah, don't have crab mentality. If you can give that other person that one push up and that one step up, believe you me, it will come back to you 10 times over.
That's true. जितना आप दोगे,
उतना आपको मिलेगा.
Yeah.
and what about you, Rushu? Anything you want to say to all these guys out there?
So what I've constantly told people in talk shows or interviews or whatever who want to start off is that first know why you want to come to this industry.
Yeah.
You know, I feel a lot of people come here and get lost in this industry or get dejected or don't reach where
Yeah.
they want to reach because
They're not here for the right reasons.
They're not here for the right reason. So have the right reason. Like when we did Hip Hip Hurray, and whilst I was doing Hip Hip Hurray, I knew it that this is where I want to be because I love the craft.
Yeah.
Because I love being in front of the camera. It is, apart from sitting in prayer, it is my second best
Wow.
form of
Yeah.
meditation, I would say.
Correct.
You know, जब वो close up के लिए जो camera लगता है, and when the actor says action and when you perform,
Director says action.
and when you give a good shot, that is meditative for
That's-
me.
yes.
So what I want to tell people is that come in for the right reasons, not just because your auntie sitting in Madhya Pradesh told you कि बेटा तू तो हीरो जैसा दिखता है, तुझे हीरो बनना चाहिए. नहीं. Have the right reasons why you want to come
Yeah.
in.
And
I think-
prepare.
And prepare. And I think
Yeah.
what is most important is you need to genuinely love every aspect of the industry.
Yes.
Like what
Yes.
we used to do when we used to shoot for Hip Hop, we used to just be there at the monitor.
Yeah.
Or we used to
Learning,
keep watching
just learn,
people
yeah.
perform.
जितना हम सब ने हिप हॉरे के सेट पे सीखा है,
हाँ.
that is our film school.
That is a film
Oh,
school.
most
And that is what I tell
definitely.
people.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Hurray is my film school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have,
I've
we,
not
have
been to
any of us been to acting school?
No, none of us.
None of us. Yet here we are
But
today.
as
so.
you said, जब time मिलता है, मैं अपने skills को sharpen करने की कोशिश करता हूँ. But
that yes.
But on that great thought, I want to say that you guys, और मैंने पहले भी कहा है, but I want to say this to the whole world. These two are my go-to. जब भी मैं कोई भी film direct या produce करता हूँ, ad film produce direct करता हूँ, जो भी करता हूँ, I really reach out to you guys, not because you all do it for me absolutely free. And you're
Yaar,
there's
you mean you're not getting paid for this?
ये smile जो कर रहा था, I have amazing gifts for you after this.
Then why did you
Amazing.
ask me for my
I
GPay
cut it,
number?
Cut it!
Why did you ask me for my GPay number?
No, but on a serious
I
note,
sent you my QR
these
code.
guys
yaar.
have always been there. You can send me any amount of bank account numbers. You can send me any QR
हाँ,
code.
कुछ होने वाला है नहीं.
भेजते रहो. Input, no output, madam. But listen, thank you, yaar.
No, pleasure.
We spoke so much. I don't know where this time went. And
it was great fun.
thank you.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
The Vishal Hour was a lot of Vishal fun for us, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I hope you guys had a good time as well.
Love you and thank you.
Group hug, group hug, group hug.
Group
Do it
hug.
from the heart.
Okay.
Okay.
Mwah.
Okay.
Love, lots of love. So that was one of our most amazing episodes, I feel, because this felt like family on the Vishal Hour.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, the bell notification, so you know when one of these amazing shows is going to be out there with more amazing people. Keep watching. Thank you for watching.
And spread
Thank
the
you,
word,
Rushu.
guys.
Yeah, spread the word. The word. Thank you, Rushu. Thank you so much.
Always a
Rushad
pleasure.
Rana, thank
Always
you
a
very
pleasure.
much. Suchitra Pillai, thank you so much, Suchi. Always loads of love. Thank you for being there for me always.
Always, always.
Really, great job.
I love you.
Always, forever. Na, 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 na. I love you. See you. If you're enjoying this conversation, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the Vishal Hour right now and don't forget to hit the bell icon.